Revision. How do you properly revise a situation? Or are you using revision and you think it is the magic blue pill that is going to fix your entire life? I have a different take on revision than most people. So today, since we are talking about the fact that you create, that everybody is you pushed out, and free will, let's throw in revision because that is one of the hottest topics. Can I revise the situation? Yes and no. This is Susie, your beautiful millionaire swan queen. Welcome back to the garden, my beautiful ducklings. Subscribe, smash the like button, share my videos, and I will love you forever. I am a life coach, and if you are interested in working with me one-on-one or joining my paid Facebook group, please check out the website below. Revision. Revision is a technique that a lot of people talk about and want to use to manifest their dream life. Well, I use one word when I revise, and that is always. Why am I happily married? Becomes, why have I always been happily married to Jared? Why do I always have money? Why do I always get everything I want quickly, easily, effortlessly, in the most fun and adventurous way? Well, here's the thing with revision, though. Most people think they're going to get a cut on their hand. They're going to revise it, and it's going to completely disappear within minutes or hours, like it had never been cut. And in reality, it gets cut, they revise it, and 2 weeks later, it's finally finishing healing up. To me, that's not revision. Revision means it didn't exist. Revision is forgive. You forgive the situation so it never existed in the first place. Because if you truly forgive or revise, you forget whatever it is that you were revising. So I can't say I revised my past with my ex and we had a great marriage and then we talk about the fact that, he causes problems in my life. I can't revise that I've always had good jobs and talk about how, I didn't like this job and it was really crappy. I can't revise all my relationships and say that they're absolutely amazing and still talk about the fact that they are chaotic. Revision is supposed to be self-soothing, forgiving yourself for a situation you feel you had a great big hand in. I do not believe that you should take 100% responsibility for everything in your reality. You should take 100% responsibility for your actions, but you are not 100% responsible for everything that comes into your life. That's where those bumps in the roads come in. So if you have a bump in the road, do you need to revise it? I see it all the time. Oh, I've known this person for 20 some years. Do I need to revise every single year? If you've known somebody for 20 years and you have to revise 20 years, why do you even want to be friends with this person? Why do you want a relationship with this person? Because if you are revising 20 years, that means this relationship never added value to your life. It just caused chaos. There were a few good years with my ex. There were some very chaotic years. Then, we had a child and that was really good. And then we had another child and that was really good. The kids were really, really good. But you can't stay married to somebody that you no longer respect or appreciate unless you change the way you feel. So what is revision? It is changing the perspective on a situation so that you live with it in a better way. So I'm revising a situation. We're going to pull something out of a hat here. Let me see. What can we revise? The fact that you guys failed to let the sun stay risen for 96 hours. My little challenge. Did the sun set? We're on day 3, which is 72 hours, and the sun is setting where I live. It hasn't stayed light for 72 hours, so To me, that failed. So we were to revise that situation and talk about the fact that the sun never set. Well, it's not true. The sun did set. You can't revise the sun did not set. You have to revise that you're okay with the fact you don't create everything in your reality. So what you are revising is the specific. Are you revising a fight you had with your parents? Are you revising a grade in school? And then you get the new grade and it's worse than the original grade that you had. Revision is a tricky tool because most people do it so that they don't remember breaking up with somebody. They don't remember being poor. Let's take a page of the Rock's book. He revised his life. He said when he came home from Canada, he had $7 in his pocket. He got into his family's wrestling school. He got into wrestling, and now he is the hardest working man in the room. And because he's the hardest working man in the room, he is successful and he makes a lot of money. What did he revise? That he was never going to be broke again. He doesn't deny that he came back from Canada with $7 in his pocket. He even calls his production company $7. What I revised about being financially stressed, I took the word struggle out. You know, I remember when things were not so good financially, but now I always have money. But now I always make more than I spend. But now I have basic bills, and those basic bills are easy to pay. I revised. I didn't like the way people treated me. Why am I spoiled? And then I started listing off reasons people spoiled me. Then I did, why am I blessed? And I could list off reasons why I'm blessed. Think about what you're saying. Your story is what you need to revise. So Elvis Presley wore 2 different colored glasses. He had regular sunglasses he wore on the street, and then he had the rose-colored glasses he wore on stage. The glasses saw the same thing. They saw the fans, they saw the outer world. The difference is, if you came up to him and he had sunglasses on and you couldn't see his eyes, if you were at his concert and he had the rose-colored glasses on, you saw his eyes. So what did that mean? Well, he thought if he was wearing those 2 pairs of glasses, the rose-colored glasses, I'm Elvis, the singer, I'm here, I'm showing up, y'all can see me. But what if those sunglasses were the hidden Elvis? You can't see me. I can go through public and I can go to the mall in the middle of the day. I can go out to eat in a restaurant. I could do anything I want because I'm wearing these sunglasses and nobody knows who I am. Then he wouldn't have had to rent movie theaters, malls to get people to stay open later so he could go shopping. What are you hiding behind? When you are revising, most of the time we're revising from a state of lack. So you are revising that you were poor to wealthy. What are you actually revising? Because if you're still talking about struggle, then you didn't revise it. You're not seeing a different perspective. If you are talking about the fact that you are being disrespected by your specific person, that your relationship is still hot and cold, that you've been ghosted or blocked, and we all know if you've been ghosted, Susie thinks he died. What exactly are you revising in your situation? You want to revise your relationship with your specific person. Why have we always had a good relationship? Why have we always had a good relationship? What about this relationship has always been good? I mean, literally, if you're calling this person a douchebag or any other name in the world, why in the world do you want to be with them? If you're booking a coaching with me and the first words out of your mouth are, I want to change my relationship with my specific person because he's an asshole. What are you revising? Why? And I'm thinking, why do you want to be in a relationship with somebody that you're calling a name? Why? And I have to pull it out of you what this person does that makes you want to be in a relationship. So we talked about the narcissist. Well, narcissists are really good at making you feel amazing at the beginning of the relationship. No, they're not. No. I disagree. Being that I've known one, no, I don't agree with you. A narcissist will make you feel good, and then they will make you feel bad. And then they'll make you feel good, and then they'll make you feel bad. But when they are making you feel good, they're putting it on thick. And then when it's all about them, they're playing the poor me, the victim, the person who is being so disrespected. No, they don't. I've never met a narcissist who has spent 6 months or a year making somebody feel like they are the queen, that they are the cat's meow, that everything that this person does for you is the best. The narcissist that I know, and I know more than one, I can spot them like that anymore. And I back myself out of those relationships really quick because it's not my job to fix everybody or revise anybody. But the narcissist comes at you and they start, and they're really nice and they're sweet. And then they take you out to eat. And then they're like, I took you out to eat. I know, babe, thank you. I paid when we went out to eat, so it's your turn to pay. I had to pay last time. There's signs from a narcissist from the get-go. Most of us are just so glad to go out in public with our dates because most of our dates are on the couch with Netflix and chill. We've gotten to the point that we don't really go out and do things with the people we love. So a relationship today becomes text messages, video calls, phone calls. You're driving somewhere and you're on the phone with them and they're on your Bluetooth in the car. Let's see. That's not really a relationship. A relationship is where you do things together, not just talk on the phone and sit on the couch. And I'm not talking the bedroom either. You get out. You go to the park. You go for a walk. You might go on vacation. You may go to a restaurant. A relationship is grocery shopping together, clothes shopping together. It's not just talking on this cell phone. And you guys are revising that they're always blowing up your phone. That's not giving you what you want. You have a text relationship, not a relationship that you want to do 50 years from now. I mean, literally, if you want to be married to somebody and you text each other for 50 years, did you go out to dinner? Did you go to a family party? Did you go to somebody else's wedding? Did you go to the holiday parties at his work, her work? I mean, what exactly are you doing that defines the relationship? Friends with benefits. We get together, we watch Netflix, and we chill. If you're lucky, you're Netflix and chill. If not, you could be after Netflix. Well, you want to revise those relationships. We've always gone out. We've always had a public relationship. He's always shown me off. He's always telling everybody about me. What is that about? That is 100% about you putting yourself in the state or the story of being shown off by this person. Always means they've done it from the beginning of time until the end of time. You got to put it out there what you're revising. Because if you're coming from lack and you are revising no text messages to I get 24-hour communication, you're coming from lack. Because married couples don't have 24-hour communication. They go to work and they may not talk to each other for 8 hours every day because their work doesn't allow cell phones or they're out of cell phone reception. I knew a girl that I worked with and she never had a cell phone. They had a landline at home, but she never had a cell phone. She couldn't call her husband while he was at work. She was at work. Not unless she borrowed somebody else's phone and called him. We used to call him hot bath because she would call him and say she had a bad day at work and she wanted him to get a hot bath for her because they had this big, huge garden bathtub and the hot water tank didn't fill the tub. It took multiple times to get the tub filled with hot water. So by the time she left work and got home, he had the hot bath drawn for her. But she didn't have a cell phone. Somebody else lent her the phone to call. Years ago, there were pay phones. We would have to feed it coins in order to talk to somebody, or we went to the landline and we called home. We couldn't call home when we were leaving work and on the expressway and stuck in a snowstorm. So you guys are revising something that is related to an electronic device. Revise that your relationship is not based on this electronic device. If you put that phone down, could you say for sure that they were going to show up, say Friday night at 6 o'clock to pick you up for a date? They said they were going to pick you up at 6 o'clock on Friday night for a date. Can you put your phone down, shut it off, and know that that person is still going to show up for you? Because that's what you want to revise. That the text messages, the phone calls, the video chats, they're a bonus to your relationship. But your relationship has to have a solid foundation. Revise the foundation, not bits and pieces. Because when you revise bits and pieces, you still don't have a solid foundation. So you're revising the wrong things anyways. What do you truly want? To be happily married to this person? What are you going to revise? Absolutely, positively nothing. You're going to go to the end and you're going to talk about why you are happily married to your Jared. So why am I happily married to Jared? Why am I happily married to Jared? Why am I happily married to Jared? And then I'm going to start thinking about all the things in the relationship that this person does that makes me happy. Not him, me happy. Because if I'm happy, I want to stay in this relationship. So instead of revising every freaking fight you had, every freaking date you had, revise the fact that this relationship has always been happy. It's always been fun. It's always been romantic. Because when you start talking about always being romantic, always being fun, always being happy, that person's going to show up to make you feel happy, to make you feel like this relationship is fun and romantic. Stop thinking about the breadcrumbs that everybody talks about that you need to do. Go to your end and revise the fact that this has always been a great relationship with your parents, your family, your friends, your coworkers. Because when you start revising every little incident, guess what? You actually wind up not wanting that person even more because you're thinking, I have to revise the fight from January 1st. I have to revise the fight from January 5th. And then the next fight was on the 6th, 7th, and 8th. And then we had a really nice 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th. And then from the 13th of January to the 20th of January, we just did nothing but fight. And then on the 20th of January, he went no contact. He ghosted me. So now we have to revise the entire month of January because he didn't start talking to you again until you watch this video. Revision isn't a tool that you need to grab right away. Revision is a tool where you truly forgive yourself and you look at the situation from a different perspective so that you are happy with the outcome that you are revising it to. And the outcome that you are happy with is you have a fun relationship, a romantic relationship, an amazing relationship, a blessed relationship, a blissful relationship, an adventurous relationship. You are revising from chaos to love, from drama to fun entertainment. Use the tool wisely because it will frustrate you beyond belief to have to go through and revise 20 years with somebody because you can't find anything good in the relationship. Revision is putting the bad aside and looking for the good and accepting that the bad happened and the good is now dominant. And if y'all want to say I have limiting beliefs, I'll tell you what I think about limiting beliefs. Thank God I freaking have them. Because if I didn't have a limiting belief that I needed to change my story and ask better questions. So I have a bad thought and I'm going to get in and driving down the street and I'm going to get into a car accident with my beautiful Camaro. Me and baby are driving down the street and baby's beautiful. She's black. She's absolutely gorgeous. You can check her out in my community posts. And I'm driving down the road and I'm like, I know I'm going to get in an accident. I know I'm going to get in an accident. I know I'm going to get in an accident. And that's it. I just say it that many times. I get a mile up the road and bam, somebody hits my car. I'm so glad I have the limiting belief that, every thought I have does not manifest in my reality because I don't want anybody to scratch my baby. Think about it. Revision, manifesting, being asleep, being awake, it is all just a story that we tell each other because we want to change something in our reality and we don't know how to make it different. You guys have an absolutely positively amazing evening. I love you. And as always, leave me a message and let me know how I am drastically changing your life for the better.